Now, when you think about a classic movie, some people may go back to 1999, for example, and talk about The Matrix. Great film, absolutely. But me, and this is why Lockdown is so amazing, I want to go back further.
This is Duke Nukem. If you're looking for a douchebag to save the day, then try Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog. Alright, now where are the babes?
Now, The French Connection was directed in 1971 by William Friedkin, and you're probably thinking to yourself, where do I know that name from? Well, 2 years later in 1973, Friedkin would turn the terrified heads of his audiences all around the world, including our very own Linda Blair in The Exorcist. I am possessed. So The French Connection stars Gene Hackman, one of my all-time favourite actors, who portrays Jimmy Popeye Doyle, complete with pork pie hat. So I'm wondering if there was a Breaking Bad reference much later on when Walter White wears the same headgear. And then you have Roy Scheider, the more calming and soothing Buddy Russo. But in the film, Jimmy doesn't hold back on the drink, the racism, the casual flirting with women who wear kinky coloured boots. I kid you not, watch the film, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, through their investigations, Jimmy and Buddy happen across a small-time crook called Sal Boca, played by Tony Lobianco. Now, Sal is one of these guys, you think he's a big-time hoodlum, but actually he answers to somebody far bigger than him in terms of rank, and he owns a cafe with his wife Angie, who obviously is a partner in crime too, but she makes it that she's not. And what makes Sal a very curious case for our fearless detectives is that the earnings that he makes in the cafe don't equate to the rich lifestyle that he's showing off. Fancy cars, fancy clothes, jewelry, his missus is looking like a mobster's doll, so yeah, those aren't giveaway signs, are they? This brings us to the meat of the film. Fernando Rey as Alain Charnier, aka Frog One. Look, don't shoot me, that's how it was written in the script. They weren't politically correct back in the 70s, so I'm just telling you what they refer to him as. In fact, if you look at Wikipedia, Fernando Rey, late actor, famous for playing Frog One. He also seems to be the master of deception, because once he lands in New York from Marseille, it's a cat and mouse game between him and Jimmy Popeye Doyle. It's like he knows how to circumvent law enforcement and make a mockery of them. There are some really great moments in the film where you see full demonstrations of this. It's amazing, it's so funny, and and now we come to what I regard as the best chase sequence in the history of cinema. Forget Ronin, forget Bullet with Steve McQueen, The French Connection has the best car chase sequence ever. And actually that is a misappropriation, because it's more like a car chasing a train. Not any old car, a brown Le Mans Pontiac. Oh my god. I remember as a teenager in the 80s renting The French Connection. I might have even owned the DVD back then, I'm not sure, but I would rewind that scene again and again. And I can't really tell you how the chase happens, you have to watch it yourself, but let's just say there's some great handheld action camera work. Really great stunt work by Gene Hackman. I believe there's actually him doing the stunts before he even gets into the car and drives like a madman. Even more astonishing is the fact that William Friedkin did not seek permission from the Office of New York to film that amazing chase sequence throughout New York. It's incredible. It's like guerrilla tactical filmmaking at its best. You never get that now, do you? Everything's all safe, it's all done with a green screen, and it's all carefully plotted out, but for this movie it's insane. As I said at the beginning of this review, Gene Hackman is one of my favourite actors. Obviously he's long retired now, but it's such a shame he doesn't get talked about now. It's a pity, but the guy is a phenomenal talent. Even Kevin Costner has said that Hackman is the best actor he's ever worked with. And you know, if you go on our IMDb and you check out Gene's resume, it's impressive, dude, seriously. When all is said and done, is The French Connection worth a buy, a watch? Absolutely. In fact, by the time Popeye Doyle gets his man, the exhausted look on Gene Hackman's face says it all. And in 1972, Gene Hackman was rewarded for his efforts with the Best Actor Oscar. But look, as usual, thank you very much for stopping by and watching this review. I was so excited about talking about the French Connection because it might be like 20 years since I last saw it. So literally, I watched it tonight. After I finished it, I had to tell you how I felt about this in my review. So really, I hope you enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun watching it, and I hope you had a lot of fun taking this all in.
Hail to the king, baby. This is Duke Nukem, and you've been watching Jason King for Kung Fu Hot Dog Reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe, because the king said so. You got that?